materials at Open University in 2024. This study examines the effectiveness of distance learning in Christian religious education courses with interactive teaching materials at the Open University in 2024. Interactive teaching materials for Christian religious education with the code MKWU4103 with a load of 3 credits consisting of 9 modules. These 9 modules are divided into 27 learning activities, and at the end of each learning activity there are materials, exercise, summarize, formative test, and answer case. This study aims to determine how effective distance learning is in Christian religious education courses with interactive teaching materials at the Open University in 2024. This research method is a quantitative method to find out whether distance learning in Christian religion courses with interactive teaching materials is effective. The researchers carry out the following stage: pre-test and post-test, statistical analysis, and questionnaires, and testing the level of effectiveness. From the results shown, it was found that the Christian religious education book is very effective for use in distance learning in the Christian religious education courses with an effectiveness level of 81.5%. Distance learning is an education method that always between teacher and student without having to meet face-to-face, with concept utilize information and communication technology to bridge the distance between the two, so that the teaching and the learning process can still take place in different locations. Open University as a campus characterized by distance learning applies distance learning to almost all general courses including Christian religious education. Christian religious education is taught not only face-to-face, but its digital era Christian religious education must also be taught through distance learning. Distance learning using interactive teaching materials. In general, experts agree that interactive teaching materials focus on active student involvement with the content being studied, as well as the use of technology to support interactive and in-depth learning experience. Interactive teaching materials have several main characteristics, namely active and specific design, and have multimedia, maybe using various media such as video, audio, text, and graphic to make learning more interesting. Interactive teaching materials for Christian religious education with a load of 3 credits consisting of 9 modules. You can see over here. The learning process in this interactive Christian religious education teaching materials is carried out independently by students. In the book, there are learning instructions, there are materials, there are video links, there are summaries, answering formative questions that require understanding, answer to formative questions, scoring guidelines, answer key and glossaries, and bibliographies for each module. Through these interactive teaching materials, students can be supported in understanding the research. Want to examine how effective distance learning in Christian religious education courses with interactive teaching materials at the Open University in 2024. For the management of learning implementation, of course, the Open University uses distance learning by implementing independent learning, namely by utilizing interactive teaching materials provided by Open University, and also through tutorials which are divided into 2, namely Tuton and face-to-face tutorials, or we can say TTM, tutorial tatap muka. However, at this time, the researchers will examine students who study independently without a tutor, with the materials, exercise, summarize, and formative tests that are already available in this interactive teaching material. Are they effective for students, or how effective are these interactive teaching materials for students with a distance learning system in the Christian religious education course? This is the background to the researchers' research problem. So the research with the title Effectiveness of Distance Learning in the Christian Religious Education Courses with Interactive Teaching Materials at the Open University in 2024. Research method is quantitative approach. The quantitative approach was chosen to obtain measurable data that can be analyzed statistically. If possible, the study could use a quasi-experimental method where the two groups, namely experimental group, answering questions according to the material without using interactive teaching materials, are compared with the control group answering questions according to the material using interactive teaching material. This study used a quantitative approach to measure the effectiveness of distance learning with interactive teaching materials. To find out whether distance learning in Christian religious courses with interactive teaching materials is effective, the researchers carry out the following stage. The first is pre-test and post-test, and the second is statistical analysis, the third is questionnaire, and the fourth is the level of effectiveness can be calculated using the following formula. I will, and then we make describe analyze, and the second is pair sample T from test, and the third is effectiveness level test. Here is a summary of the classification effectiveness level test. Below 40% is very ineffective. 4 up to 59.99% is ineffective. 60 up to 79.99 is 99% quite effective, and above 80% very effective. Now, pre-test and post-test result. Its model consists 30 questions with a minimum average passing target score of 70. So the difference in test results are Module 1 pre-test result 73 while post-test 83. Module 2 pre-test result 64 while post-test 79. Module 3 pre-test result 70 while post-test 84. Module 4 pre-test result 75 while post-test 80. Module 5 pre-test result 85 while post-test 83. Module 6 pre-test result 74 while post-test 77. Module 7 pre-test result 83 while post-test 76. Module 8 pre-test result 81 while post-test 94. And the last module 9 pre-test result 57 while post-test 78. Result of questionnaire research. From questionnaire of the 298 who answered the questionnaire, there are 187 or 62.8% answer very satisfied, and then 28.9% answer satisfied, and 7% answer quite satisfied, and 0.7 answer dissatisfied, and 1% 0.3% answer very dissatisfied with the book. Of the 298 who answered the questionnaire, 138 or 46.3 answered very easy. So this book very easy. 33.6% answer easy. 18.5% answer quite easy. 1.3 answer not easy, and 0.3 answer very not easy in guessing the book. Of the 298 who answered the questionnaire, there are 45% answered that the language of the book was very easy. 38.6% answered that it was easy. 15.4% answered that it was quite easy. 1% answered that it was not easy, and 0% answered that it was very not easy. Of the 298 who answered the questionnaire, there are 50% answered the very affordable and 33.2% answered affordable. 16.1% answered quite affordable. Okay. What my result and discussion? My result based on the result of pre-test and post-test, the average increase in score from the test without reading book, pre-test in the writing, and with reading the book post-test, the pre-test result was 73.5%, while the average post-test result was 81%. From the target of 70, the pre-test increased by 3.5%, while the post-test increased by 11.5%. So, this Christian religious education book is very effective. From the target of 80%, it can reach 81%. It means that interactive teaching materials or the Open University Christian religious education book are very effective for use in distance learning. That's all for me. Last I say thank you.